Onto this video, we're going to be talking about Nasdaq and seeing where Nasdaq could be heading to this week, and talk about a little bit of the crash and why the market is actually crashing, going to the south, and seeing which points or which levels do we expect Nasdaq to get to. Let me not waste more of your time, and let's get straight to the charts. So yes, guys, so now we're at the monthly charts for Nasdaq 100. Or US 100 or US Tech, whatever you guys prefer. So guys, first thing what we're going to be looking at is like, what we're going to be talking about it is like why the market is crashing. Well, I'm not really a deep person into fundamentals, but I've just got a bit of information about the first productive reports of the first quarter of 2022. And one of the reasons being is that between January and Feb, there's been holidays and people not going to work, people taking leaves, and that affected actually the market in the US. Because I remember, guys, Nasdaq, it's mostly about what's happening in the United States, and now I'm talking about the employees and people that are working, that they haven't been catching up on their productivity according to the companies, like they work and all of those type of things. And another thing that I've picked up is that the CPI was actually kind of high within the first quarter. CPI, obviously, guys, we're talking about now everything becoming more expensive and all those type of things. So that led, it's not really something that actually will drive Nasdaq to go down, but it kind of plays a role in why Nasdaq or the market is actually crashing. For more information, guys, because as I said, I'm not really a fundamental person. I just take pieces in that and just to understand what's really happening. But there's a lot of YouTube videos that you guys can go to and actually see and actually understand why we're having a market crash. So one thing I've noticed is that during this session or during this season of the market crash, is that one thing I've noticed is that we're coming back to the levels of 2020. So as you can see right now, we are on let's say 12,400. We are run about on those levels right now. And if we can go to the left, run about December of 2020, is that we already in the zone of 2020. So now we have to look at where is the market most likely to actually reach in the near future. And what I'm looking at is that this specific area over here, that market can actually come push down to this level at 11,000 and December 2020. We just need to see if it's not going to be a false breakout and start pushing more to the upside. But looking at how impulsively the market is moving towards the downside, is that I'm not going to be looking for any false breakout anytime soon. I'll be looking for getting some actually sell liquidity around about this level and maybe push up from there. If not, I'll be looking at around April of 2020. I'll be looking at getting actually the market pushing way to the downside, 7,430. I'll run about those levels. So this is what I'm looking into the long-term side. But as we know, guys, anything can just change. But that's what I'm keeping my eye to, and I feel like the market is drawn to actually go back to the specific levels. Now we're gonna deep in on the weekly and seeing what are our predictions for the week and where the market would actually reach for this week, or what moves or what things we have to deal with. So now we know those levels. I'm gonna just delete that, and we're gonna go to our daily time frame. So first thing that I'm looking at right now, I'm obviously looking towards the left. And when I'm checking out the left, this is what I'm seeing over here. I'm seeing this specific level over here. You can call it support, you can call it zone, you can call it whatsoever. Everybody's got their own ways of saying it. I just prefer just saying it, calling it a zone. But yeah, I'm looking at that specific area over there that the market actually created. So right here, we've got one touch, the second touch, and we're actually going to take the third touch. So now, this could be something maybe like to get some liquidity right below this level, get some liquidity and push more to the upside. We can create that. Let's see if it corresponds with what we have at the bottom. Right there. So as you can see, guys, the market can just easily come touch, do a false breakout, and still maybe push more to the upside. Just because obviously, guys, we're already having an impulse towards the downside. So we do need a bit of a correction, seeing the market correcting itself and maybe push again here to the upside, maybe to create the third touch, then move more to the downside. Or the market could just easily break out and still shoot to the downside. Let's just go to 4 hour. All right, because as you can see, we already passed or broke underneath our previous low. This was like our biggest low, and we actually broke out of it. We broke out first, then created a false breakout and came back towards the downside. Now, guys, it's simple. It's just about the waiting game right now and seeing how the price action, or seeing how the market works, or how the market transforms within the specific areas. If it's going to break out, retest this trend line, push back up, then this touch to the trend line could be like a false breakout and push to the upside, retest here, then shoot down. So yes, guys, that was my weekly analysis for Nasdaq 100. I'm not going to be focusing on a lot of pairs today, like your gold and your GBP, JPY, like I usually do. That's because I'm just really interested in Nasdaq and what's really been happening in Nasdaq and what's really happening in the world with the market actually crashing. And I'm really interested because I'm seeing soon, maybe in the second quarter of this year, is that the market will be obviously coming more to the bullish side and pushing more to the upside. And I want to focus on that, because that's when I can now actually get as much as profits, or actually get as much as good trades that I can actually imagine, because now obviously Nasdaq is actually a buy trend, it's a buy market. So that's what I'll be looking at. If you find this information really key to your success or to your trading for this coming week, please make sure that you hit the like button, comment down below, and make sure that you hit the notification button so you can get notified every single time I drop a video. It's a boy, Lebogang Malaza, Kruger Bless Side. Have a profitable week. Away.